To everyone, this meeting is being recorded. So when you do speak, please identify yourself. I am Lisa Jordan. I am the Commissioner's designee on the selection panel.
I'm Patricia Newton, Compliance Manager for TennCare Oversight.
Patricia, would you that again? I don't think you're.
This is Patricia Newton. I'm the Compliance Manager for TennCare Oversight.
Now can the participants with United Healthcare, can you please identify yourselves?
Good afternoon. This is Justin Campbell with United Healthcare, Vice President of Operations.
Thank you, Justin. Is anyone else with you?
No, just me today.
Okay. And then volunteer state health plan.
Hi, this is Pat Sullivan, Vice President COO of Blue Care.
Hello, this is Mike Wynn, Compliance Officer for Volunteer State Health Plan.
Anyone else from you, from volunteer on the call?
I think that's it.
Okay. Do we have anyone else on the phone? Anyone from AmeriGroup? Or I guess that's WellPoint now. No. Anyone else on the call?
This is Mary Rapepi, representing Covenant Health.
Okay, thank you, Mary. I'm glad that you could be here. Sherry Ernst, the chair of the panel, was unable to participate today. She had a conflict, so I'm sitting in her place to chair the meeting. But I'm glad that someone from Covenant can participate as well. Well, we can go on and get started with the meeting. Patricia, would you like to start going over the summary of requests for independent review and also the provider complaints through the second quarter?
So far, let me back up. Through second quarter, which was through June 30 of 2023, we had 138 requests for independent review. Since then, we have only had another 23. The number of IR requests is significantly going down, which is probably a good thing. And as you can see in the handouts, how many each individual plan got. But since then, as I said, we've only received another 23 as of September yesterday. On the provider complaints, we're going way up from last year. And second quarter, we had 563. Since then, the number has increased to over 800, and we're not quite through the month of September, the end of the third quarter. As you can see by looking at the last page of the handout for PCs, we had a total of 843 last year, and we're going to achieve that by the end of this month. One of the differences are starting to file provider complaints instead of going straight to filing requests for independent review, which is quite often a better solution for everybody involved because it's less expensive and much less time consuming. So we have encouraged providers to do that if they're not running up against the 365-day time limit submitting a request for independent. Other thing that's going on is with the IR requests, they went way up last year and then earlier this year, and a lot of it was due to recruitment activity that had not been done during hopefully Movement Act.
Thank you, Patricia. Does anyone have any questions or comments on Patricia's report?
Yes, this is Mary Rapetti from Covenant House. I can speak for our organization's probably lower level number of independent reviews. There's just an overall trend of all the payers taking much longer to generate appeal determination letters. So in our situation, often it is we have exceeded that 365-day period in order to file independent review.
Well, this is Patricia. Let me address that you do not have to wait for the health plan to complete its appeal process. If you submit an appeal and they haven't resolved it within 60 days, you can come ahead and go file an independent review request with this division. You do not, the law, the statute does not require you to finish that internal appeal process.
And we do that in some circumstances. I can't say in every situation, but we have been doing that over the past year. I'm just going to have to look at our data compared to.
You know, what some people are doing is filing the provider complaint well in advance of the timeline for independent review if the health plan has not finished their internal process as well. So, you know, keep that in mind because there is no requirement that you have to complete the internal.
Thank you. I'll note that.
Thank you for that comment. Again, this is Lisa Jordan. And if there are no other comments or questions, I'm going to move forward with the report on prompt pay compliance. It's very short and sweet. From March 2023 through August 2023, testing claims for each month for both the TennCare program and the Cover Kids program, as well as Cover RX when looking at pharmacy. We did not find any non-compliance during those months tested. So does anyone have any questions or comments on that? Hearing none, we will move to new business. And I believe, Patricia, you wanted to discuss potentially bringing on another independent reviewer at some point.
Yes, again, this is Patricia Newton. Our reviewers, a number of them are getting older like the rest of us and are talking about retiring. So we are proposing to do additional outreach to recruit potential candidates so that we don't have to beg people to stick with us. At least one of the reviewers would like to retire at the beginning of next year, and so we need to pursue that.
So we will keep, this is Lisa Jordan, we will certainly keep the panel updated on this. We have one of our compliance officers is working on this project right now, and we're going to see what the pool of candidates may be, and we will just keep everybody apprised. Does anyone have any other new business that needs to be brought before the panel? Hearing none, the next thing to do is set the meeting date for next year, the beginning of next year. Could we set the date for April the 25th? That is a Thursday. Would anyone have any problems with that date? If not, why don't we tentatively set the meeting for April 25th at 1 p.m. Central Time? Of course, if we find between now and then that there's a conflict and we need to reschedule, we can certainly do that. But for the time being, let's put it on our calendars for April 25th, 1 p.m. Central Time. There being no other business, thank you all for calling in and participating, and the meeting is adjourned.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lisa.
Because I keep.
have had that where there's been at least a couple times now where I've had my hair appointment. Stylist. Oh, we'll see you tomorrow. I'm like, oh.
Well, I canceled last week, and no, I guess it was Monday that I called, and I couldn't reschedule for. And I have really terrible.
Also, my roots are just, it's just something I've actually, the funniest thing now when I